Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I hope everyone's got their coffee, their tea, their juice, and we're about to kick this show off in 2 minutes. Let's go, people. Morning. How is everyone? How is everyone? Big up to everyone in the chat. Much love for you all being here yet again on this Tuesday morning, guys. How we doing? Welcome to the Jamie Phillips Coffee Mornings. Hope you're all doing good, guys. Hope you're all doing good. We've got lots to talk about today. We've got lots to talk about today about Liverpool Football Club and the joke that we are looking. We are looking like a joke. We got people mocking us now. We got German football fans mocking Liverpool. I don't know if you've seen this guy doing the rounds, mocking us. They keep thinking we're the Liverpool from Uruguay. They're mocking us. We've become a laughing stock. It's it's an insult. I hate it. I poxy hate it. What's happened to this glorious football club? What has happened to us? On other news, it looks like Howard Webb will do his best to make sure Man United try and win the Premier League. Did everyone see that game last night? Did everyone see the nonsense of that penalty decision last night? Howard Webb in charge of the referees. Man United, Wolves don't get the most blatant penalty I've ever seen in my whole life. Yeah, nothing's changed, guys. Nothing's changed. And then the PMOA will come out after and say we made a mistake. Wolves should have had a penalty. Yeah, shock. Yeah, you say the mistake after the game. You make a mistake after the game. So things never change, guys. Some things never change. Man United get away with everything. Chelsea can spend more money than God himself and not get punished. Man City can have 115 charges and carry on spending like it's going out of fashion. And now people think, no, Liverpool are a small club that can't get no footballers no more. What is going on with the world? Let's talk about it today. Because it's so irritating, guys. It's so irritating. Thank you for subscribing, everyone. Big up to everyone who's subscribing. Where do we start this? How do we start this show this morning? How do we really start this? No. Liverpool getting turned down for the second time. The second time. We don't learn. We must like getting turned down. This is what must be happening. Liverpool Football Club must love getting turned down. They just must love it. Twice in 24 hours, Liverpool got turned down. It's embarrassing. How the hell did we think Lavia would say yes to us after we turned him down? You know, Lavia wanted to join Liverpool weeks ago. Like weeks and weeks ago, Lavia wanted to join Liverpool, yeah? And Liverpool tried to buy him. Well, I say tried. They made zero effort. Let's face it. Southampton always said 50 million. And we're going to Southampton. Will a fiver do? Will a fiver do? No, a fiver won't do, son. I thought he's 50 million. All right, we'll come back with another offer. 2 days later. Will a score do? Can I get him for a score? 20 quid? Will that do? No. Serious offer, please. Liverpool. All right. We'll come back to you. 42 million. 42 million. Final offer. Take it or like it. No, Southampton like. You do understand when we say he's 50 million, yeah? Stop coming to us with these poxy, stupid, ridiculous transfer fees. 50 million, Liverpool. All right, we'll be back. We understand that now. He's 50 million. Okay, we've got that. I've understood the point. He's 50 million. Right, we'll come back to you. Give us 24 hours. We'll come back to you. Right, Southampton, we're back. We've got a brand new offer for you. I think you're going to be really happy with this. £46 million for Lavia. Southampton must be like, oh, for fuck's sake, they don't get it, do they? They just don't get it. It's 50 million. 50. George, I know you're new to the game, son, and you're new to Liverpool and all that. It's 50 million, son. 50 mil. Ain't 46 enough? No, because it's 50 million. I mean, what are we doing? And then 24 hours later, Billy Hogan turns up at Liverpool gangster like. Here I am. All right. Here I am. Right. George, I don't know what you're doing with this Lavia shit, but you're crap. All right, go and sit over there, son. Go and take one of your vapes. It is 20 quid top man voucher. Go and buy yourself a shirt. Go and get yourself some vapes. And just sit over there a minute. Let me deal with this. Let the big boys now deal. Let the big boys deal with this now. Let's get on the phone to Chelsea. I've heard Caicedo's available. Right, Chelsea, Caicedo, 110 million. Let's do this, yeah? Right, yeah. Do we need to talk to what? We need to talk to Caicedo first. No, we don't. We don't need to talk to Caicedo first. What are you chatting about? We're Liverpool Football Club. We don't need to talk to the player. He just come to us like that. What are you chatting about, son? We're Liverpool Football Club. £110 million offer. Accept it, Brighton, yeah? Right, Brighton, accept it. Right. Get onto the phone. Boys, get onto the phone to Paul Joyce, David Neuenstein, all them lot, and tell them we've bid for 110 million for Caicedo, and Brighton have accepted it. What about the personal terms, Gov? Don't worry about the personal terms. We're Liverpool. Yeah, join. Doesn't matter. But he's been talking to Chelsea since May. And we're Liverpool. Who cares? Just do your work. This is how Liverpool are being run. It's some Del Boy and Rodney shit. And because I'm a Londoner, it probably sounds better. But this is how it's being run. It's dog shit. It's so bad. It's so bad. And then we get turned down again by Lavia. So we go back to Lavia. Right, Southampton. We understand now the situation. Southampton, like, I bet you do, son. I bet you do. Yeah, we've been watching. You've been knocked back left, right, and centre, my son. Yeah, all right, don't start. Right, we understand now. Lavia's 50 million, but what we're going to do, we're going to give you 60 million as a peace offering, as an apology for messing around. We go offer you 60 million. Yeah, that's great and all. Thanks for offering us 60 million. That's fantastic. But Lavia's going to Chelsea. When did that happen? When you were fucking around and messing us about for about 5 weeks, and then you went, you turned your back on the kid and then went to Caicedo. Yeah, in that gap in between, Chelsea just came and offered us the money we wanted straight away, and then his head was turned and he wanted to go to Chelsea. You played yourselves, guys. You played yourselves. And this is Liverpool all over. This is Liverpool all over. We completely played ourselves. We thought we're the mighty Liverpool. Yeah, the mighty Liverpool. We don't have to do personal terms with players. We put down a price and they come. No, it's not the case. It's not the case. You've got to pay your players. Now, do I blame Lavia for going to Chelsea? Not at all. It's not Lavia's fault. What I do hate, though, is the lies. Don't lie. Don't say you're going to Chelsea because of Paul Shields, who's the sporting director who's at Southampton for 4 months and you badly miss. Don't lie. Just go there. Just say you're going there because they're paying you more than Liverpool ever would. It's fine. We don't care. Players deserve to get paid. But don't lie about it. Bullshit. Now, we've seen it today. I don't know if you've seen it this morning already. I woke up to all this absolute news because Sky Sports, we all know Sky Sports hates Liverpool. We all know the media hate Liverpool Football Club, right? Rival fans don't believe this. Rival fans think the media love Liverpool Football Club. It's the total opposite. The media hate Liverpool. We know this, yeah? So today, Sky Sports is big thing. And not just on Sky Sports, I think it was on Talk Sport this morning as well. Both saying the same thing. Is Chelsea Football Club a bigger team than Liverpool? Are Chelsea got more pull than Liverpool? Are Chelsea a bigger team than Liverpool? And then this morning, this woman, I can't remember her name, but she's on Sky Sports this morning. And she's chatting about, young kids probably see Chelsea as a bigger team than Liverpool because they've been winning everything. And I'm like, what? We finished above Liverpool. What? Is this what it's come down to? Shit punditry that makes shit up. What are you chatting about, love? Liverpool finished above Chelsea for 6 years in a row. Yeah? Won a Champions League in that time, a league in that time. We won every trophy under Jurgen Klopp. We pushed City like no other team in English football. Yes, Chelsea have won lots in the last 20 years. If you're only on about the last few years. Nah. Yeah, Chelsea won Champions League. Big up to them. But, no, it's not because of Paul. It's not because of Paul. I'll tell you what it's because of. And, like, people won't like this, yeah? Because the media, like, Chelsea got a bigger pull than Liverpool now. As Pochettino got more clout than Klopp. This is what else I'm hearing now. This claptrap, right? Now, what the pull is money. Players operated by money, yeah? If Liverpool did their due diligence, the word that Liverpool like to put around, we're doing our due diligence. It was a due diligence to put an offer in for Caicedo. No, it ain't. It's your fucking job, you muppets. It's what you're meant to do. It's not a due diligence. You're not doing us a favour. Oh, we're doing the Liverpool fans a favour by bidding for Caicedo. No, it's your fucking job. It's what you should do. Yeah? With Liverpool. Do that job. It's not a due diligence. Fucking idiots. Yeah? It's about money. If Liverpool had the same money as Chelsea, Liverpool would have these players. It's as simple as that. If Liverpool offered more wages to Lavia and Caicedo, bigger signing on fees, bigger player agent fees, all that, paid their dad more money than Chelsea are paying them, all that, gave their family new things, everything like that, the players would go to Liverpool. It's about money, and I don't blame the players. As I keep saying, players should get paid. You know, they got short spans, short careers, so they should get paid. Now, heritage is one thing as well. You know, they do look at heritage sometimes. But Chelsea in the last 20 years have got great heritage. You can't diss that. They have got great heritage the last 20 years. Probably the most successful English club in the last 20 years. So you've got to give them their due. But to say Liverpool and got no pull is ridiculous. Just offer them right money. Get into their ear earlier. If we actually bought Lavia when we should have bought Lavia, he would have came to Liverpool. Because Liverpool already done personal terms with Lavia. All that was sorted. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold. You know, that would have been sorted weeks and weeks ago. Yeah, if we did our job properly. This is all down on Liverpool. This ain't down on Chelsea. This ain't down on anyone else. This is down to Liverpool and Liverpool's ridiculous way they've dealt with transfers this season. You know, I don't know who runs this football club anymore. I don't know who runs this football club anymore. And like me, you guys are probably equally confused. We're all equally confused. It used to be back like 2019 and stuff like that. I go back to 2019. This club was beautifully run. There was no problem about it. We had none of these issues. Klopp was the coach and manager, dealt with everything on the pitch. John W. Henry was the owner in the background. Tom Werner was the co-owner. You got Paul Joyce and Michael and hanging around as sporting directors. You know, you got Billy Hogan as the CEO. You got Mike Gordon as the in-between for Klopp and FSG, the go-between. And everything, and you know, Ian Dennis doing the scouting. Everything worked beautifully behind the scenes. Now, to me, it looks like we've got too many cooks in the kitchen and they're all cooking different meals. That's what it is. Too many cooks in the kitchen, they're all cooking different meals and serving it up to the manager. Right, what one do you want? What meal do you want? There you go. They're all here. You pick one. That's what's going on at this football club right now, and it's a joke. You got George Schmack. Why he came to the football club, I don't know. I think he came to the football club for vibes. I thought he probably looked at it and went, I'll go to Liverpool for 3 months. That'd be all right. I'm going to get paid handsomely. I'll just go to Liverpool for a few months. Klopp's my mate. I'll get to see my mate for a few months, hang about the training ground, watch the players play, get some autographs for the kids, get some merch, get paid well. Nice little holiday. Yeah, lovely little time. Because that's all I think George has done. I don't think George has done shit all. He's a sporting director. He's meant to be getting deals over the line. Now, this is the... So I'm going to talk about something here. It might not be favourable. People might hate me for this, right? But I'm going to talk about this, yeah? I'm going to talk about the ownership. Now, John W. Henry is the owner of the football club, yeah? He owns the football club. But that doesn't mean he takes over every role in the football club. Transfers don't always come down on the owner. So what it is, it's like someone owning a franchise, yeah? It's like someone owning a franchise, and then what they do, they get their managers and chairmen and people like that to then look after that franchise, yeah? To see over their part of the franchise. And that's what Liverpool are to them, right? So John W. Henry is the owner. He's in the distance, yeah? He then employs 28 other people. There's 28 people on the FSG board, yeah? And then they look after the football club. So John W. Henry ain't in charge of transfers, guys. He ain't sitting at home. He's not sitting at home going through transfer. He's not in charge of that. Billy Hogan is the CEO of Liverpool. He oversees that sort of thing at Liverpool. Then you employ a sporting director. So what the sporting director is meant to do, he's meant to be the one in charge of contracts and transfers. He's the one who's meant to go and get these contracts done. He's the one who's meant to go and get transfers done. Yeah. So I know everyone blames John W. Henry, as we should, because he's the boss and head of FSG as the whole thing. But we've got to look with inside FSG who's to blame. And then for me, if we had a proper spot, and John W. Henry's to blame because he hired these people. So he's still the main one to blame because he's hiring these people, yeah. But I look at our sporting director. If we had a proper sporting director at this football club right now, we would have got Lavia weeks ago. If Julian Ward was still at Liverpool, Liverpool would have bought Lavia weeks ago, and we all know that. Right? So it's partly due to the sporting directors. You know, it's everyone in house. It's everyone in house. This is why I don't just come for John W. Henry. I come for everyone. You know, we've got to be, that's how we've got to look at it. We've got to look at everyone. Everyone's to blame. Everyone's to blame. John W. Henry is the owner of Liverpool Football Club, but he's not in charge of everything at Liverpool Football Club. He's just like the overlord that oversees everything. He employs then other people to do the job of running the football club. You know, Mike Gordon and Billy Hogan are mostly in charge of running the football club. That's what they are. Billy Hogan, I do believe now that Billy Hogan and Mike Gordon live over here now, and they're in charge of the overseeing of our football club, right? John W. Henry is just the owner. So when we come to blame FSG, we've got to blame everyone in this organisation, just not one person. Everyone's to blame in this organisation, especially the sporting director right now, because this is an embarrassment. For me, George Schmack and Billy Hogan and everyone involved at FSG right now running the football club on the transfer side of things have embarrassed Liverpool Football Club with what's happened with Lavia and Caicedo. Now, I praise them for getting McAllister and Szoboszlai, yeah, because they're two fantastic footballers that they had their eye on, that they wanted to go and get, and they went and got them and convinced them to come to Liverpool Football Club. So I praise them for that. I've got no problem praising them praising them for buying them two players. But that's where it stops for me. That's where it stops for me, because they should have got something lined up for Fabinho's exit. Jordan Henderson's exit is quite. I think personally, Curtis Jones can replace Jordan Henderson, but the Fabinho one is the one we need to look at, and that needed to be looked at quicker. This is why George Schmack was brought to Liverpool. He's the sporting director, right? His job is to go and search Europe or the world for players that we need in positions. It's his job. He comes together with the other people in this transfer committee, the scouts, Mike Gordon and Billy Hogan, who oversee everything. They come together in meetings and all that and draw up what he's going to do, where I'm going to look for players. And the fact that he couldn't get Lavia over the line, is a Mickey take. It takes the mick. Now, he's the sporting director. He's in charge of transfers. It's not Liverpool being, it's not John W. Henry. John W. Henry is not sitting at home in Boston doing other things and telling George how much money he can spend on a player. Yeah. George will have a budget. All right. George Schmack will get told, right, this is the summer transfer budget. Whatever you make through sales as well gets included into that budget. So we know what the budget is, because we will go willingly spend 111 million on Caicedo. So we know there's a budget there. And the fact that George Schmack wouldn't go up to 50 million for Lavia weeks ago, when Southampton kept telling them that is the transfer for Lavia, is down on him. He's the sporting director. It's simple as that. He knew the budget. The budget is the budget. The players that have been sold, the budget is there. Because if there weren't a budget, we wouldn't have been able to splash 111 million on Caicedo. So there's money there. But for some reason, George Schmack couldn't get the Lavia deal done. It's quite embarrassing. It's quite embarrassing for Liverpool Football Club. Big up Doug with a big super chat. Doug, you didn't have to do that, man. Big up you. The guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to the Dugout Football channel. Big friend. Go and check him out. George Schmack only signed Dominic Szoboszlai, and Alex McAllister was brought by outgoing Julian Ward. Should never have sold Fabinho until the replacement out of shambles. Jamie really is. Yeah, it's a mess, man. It's a mess. And look, these are both release clauses. Easy to do. A release clause is easy to do. I showed everyone that yesterday. You get on the phone to the team the player's got a release clause. You just say, I'm going to we are willing to activate that release clause. They will accept that. You then talk to the player and go, look, we want to buy you. This is our vision for the football club. We want you to join. We're willing to pay you A, B, and C. We're willing to give your agent A, B, and C. They agree on personal terms. You go back to the club and go, right, we've agreed personal terms to a player. We're ready to activate this release clause now. They then get in touch with the league that they're in, tell the league, the money goes to the league, then goes to the team. It's so easy to do. I could be sporting director for release clauses. Doug could be sporting director. Captain Sal can be a sporting director for release clauses. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. What ain't easy to do is getting a player that ain't on a release clause. But when the club tell you the fee is 50 million, and for damn well and sure we know we got the money, and George Schmack knows we got the money, why the hell didn't he bid properly for Lavia? Why are we speculating, Jamie? I have no idea if Jordan would have got Lavia. Maybe so, but he's a better sporting director. He's more better in his job. Let's put it that way. It's just... Sorry, Jane, but your owners are snitches. Yeah, look, don't get me started on that snitching on Chelsea stuff. I hate it. I can't stand it. I'm with everyone on this. Our owners came to London to snitch on Chelsea. That upset me so much. I can't believe it. I hate snitches. I hate grasses and what you're doing. But the problem is, guys, our owners shouldn't be doing that. The league should be looking at what's going on. It shouldn't take Liverpool's owners to grass someone up. The whole Premier League should be watching what's going on. I mean, it ain't hard. I mean, it's Julian Ward is the worst, man. He got us Nunes. He also got us Gakpo and Luis Diaz. I'm sick of Klopp having to play players that problem. It's Bull S. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree with everyone. Yeah, I mean, Klopp and Pep wanted Nunes, so Julian Ward went and got them the player they wanted. That's one thing I will say. If Klopp and Pep Linders wanted Darwin Nunes, then Julian Ward did his job. He went and got them Darwin Nunes. They did his job. He did his job. That's the thing of a sporting director. If the manager wants a player, the sporting director, like if Klopp went to Julian Ward, right, I want that player. Can you try and get me that player? He will try his best to get him that player. I can't then blame the sporting director for getting him that player, right? If the manager wants that player, we've said it from time there. Klopp deserves the players that he wants. So if we're coming to a time now I know beforehand Klopp wanted players that the Michael Edwards in the tie and that went against because he wanted like Julian Brandt and Michael Edwards and all that. Thought Mo Salah was a better option and things like that, and Sadio Mane's and all this world and that, and they were right. But we're coming up to 8 years of Jurgen Klopp now, and I think after 8 years, Jurgen probably deserves his own players, and if he wants A, B, and C, our sporting director should get A, B, and C, as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you can't do things. Sometimes things are out of your hand that you can't do. Like if Chouameni chose Real Madrid. It's as simple as that. He chose Real Madrid. Why we keep going back in for him, I don't know. Why do we like Rejection? Why do Liverpool Football Club love Rejection? I have no idea. Every single time they love Rejection. Why are we looking back at Chouameni? He doesn't want to join. He said so on Twitter. Go and choose Chouameni's Twitter, guys. He says it himself there. He doesn't want to join Liverpool. He's playing for Real Madrid. Now, I don't mean this disrespectfully to our football club, yeah, but Real Madrid are the biggest team in the world. I think we can all agree with this, yeah. Real Madrid are the biggest team in world football. They have the biggest pool of any football side in world football. It's Real Madrid. I think we all understand that, and that's not a problem, right? If he's playing for Real Madrid, he was in the starting 11 the other day, playing alongside Camavinga and Bellingham. Ridiculous midfield. Why would he leave? Like literally, why would he leave? Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, my friend. I want rich billionaire owners for Liverpool, not stingy offering shit wages for players. Do you know the wages thing? All right, I'm with you. Is that Dark Shinobi? I'm with you, right? I'm with you on the transfer side of things, but Liverpool pay actually quite decent wages. You know, Liverpool actually pay quite decent wages. So I don't think wages are the problem. The thing is, though, what's happening in football right now is that good players. What used to happen in football is, I think you guys will agree with this. What used to happen in football is the best players in the world got the best money in the world. Yeah, that's what used to happen. The real best players in the world used to get the best money in the world, right? And that was rightfully so. And then if you were below each level, you got paid accordingly, right? The problem is now good players are now getting best in the world money to keep players from going to somewhere to another team. So you're getting good players who are not really are a level below that world class elite level. They're just good players, yeah. They're a couple of levels below that, but they're getting world class wages, what you'd call world class wages. So it fends them off from other teams. This is the whole problem. The whole market is polluted. The whole market is polluted. And this is the issue. And I think Liverpool actually pay good wages. If you look at Liverpool's wages for the players at our football club, for me, I think they get paid really well. I think they make a really good living. No problem with it. But then if you look at some other teams that are paying players that are probably similar level to some of the players we got, yeah, right? Say you got a Jadon Sancho, yeah, and Luis Diaz. Jadon Sancho's on 300 grand a week. Luis Diaz, I believe, is on 140 grand a week, right? This is what I'm on about. Some people would say similar level players, yeah? Say they're similar level players, 140, 300 grand a week. So Sancho is making world class money, just being an average good player, but he's making world class money. That's where my problem is with the wages in football right now. It used to be, well, every level of a footballer you got paid accordingly to that level. Not no more, unfortunately. Not no more. Not no more. It's unfortunate. Jen, we need Michael Edwards back ASAP. That we do. Big up, Jay. Nice to see you in the live chats now, my man. Nice to see you in the live chats. Liverpool been in contact with Andre and Thuram, apparently. I'll take Thuram, man. I'll take Thuram. I don't know a lot about this Andre fella. I don't think any of us do, but if he's a good player, man, I'll take good players. You know what I mean? Tyler, I think Tyler Adams is going to Bournemouth now, ain't he? Admin's not having any of it. Tyler Adams is shit. Please stop with Jasmine's not having any of it. Oh, she's not having any of it. I don't blame her either. I don't blame her either. I don't blame her. I think I've got a super chat. Let me read the super chat out. Big up Stevie G. Just sends a £10. Big up Stevie. Thank you very much. Just sends £10. Thank you very much, Stevie. I do appreciate it, my friend. Do appreciate it. I don't know if you was meant to say anything or anything. Let me know in the chat, man. I'll read it out. But big up you, man. Big up you. Much love. FSG out. I see it, guys. Don't worry, I see it. Jerry James is in the house. I see. You got Jerry. How you doing, man? I think Jerry's got memberships on his channels now, so make sure you go and check Jerry out. He's a great guy, doing great Liverpool content. He does a lot of tactical analysis on his show and stuff like that as well, which is a real good insight into things. So make sure you go and check Jerry out. And I think he's got memberships up there now. Go and check him out, man. We got Jack Napier in the house as well. It's a Super League via the back door. It certainly is. Big up DW74. Jamie, we need to stop going after these lads that want big bucks. We need to stop scatting all over the globe, especially South America. Yeah, like the South American market, I've been asking us to go after South American players for time. Big up to Relax. You still an FSG fanboy? Does it sound like I am right now? Does it actually sound like I am right now? I want them gone, man. They can't compete, you know. What is it? If you can't something, you must have quit. Yeah, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? We can compete with teams who scout and recruit well. Exactly, Russell. But we don't do that at the moment. That's what Liverpool used to be fantastic at. Was scouting excellent talent. Look at some of the talent that come through our door under Jurgen Klopp, especially in the era of Klopp that built that team. You know, scouting good talent and realizing that they can be excellent in the way that Liverpool want to play. You know, Mo Salah was a very good player at Basel, Fiorentina, and Sampdoria, and Roma, and all this, and at Fiorentina and Roma, yeah. But I don't think anyone realised he could go to this heights now. You know, Mane was very good at Southampton, and then he went to a different height at Liverpool. Robbo was at Hull. You know, before going to Hull, Robbo was working at Marks and Spencer's, if everyone knows the story. And he came to Liverpool, and he became one of the best left backs in Europe for a while. You know, tremendous player at the time. So you can find these players. Matip for a free. You know, when Nick Klopp came in, he got him on a great free transfer. You know, there's players out there. You know, I'm not always asking. I don't think us fans are always asking for it as well. We don't always need every transfer needs to be a world-class transfer. That's not what we're asking for. You know, Lavia weren't a world-class transfer, but what he was a very good footballer. Was a very good footballer that would improve our football team. Maybe not right away, but it would definitely improve it in the years to come because he's got super talent. You know, that's what we're asking for. Fill the holes in our team. There's holes in our squad right now that need filling, and we're messing around. We're just messing around. Team needs to do better in one thing. Jerry says Tyler Adams is the answer. I know Jerry's a big Tyler Adams fan. I think Tyler Adams is going to Bournemouth, if I'm not wrong. I think he's going to Bournemouth. Look, I'm not a big Tyler Adams fan. I don't understand the appeal, but I don't. If other people do, that's cool. But I think he's going to Bournemouth. I think he's going to Bournemouth. Jerry, you're in the wrong chat, my man. Shrewsbury Hall and Harrison Root. Oh, Jerry, you know I love you, man, but trust me, that's our level. Matthias, and I talk of Matthias Nunes again, Jamie. Oh my God, no! Do not do that. Do not do that. Like, I actually think Matthias Nunes is probably quite a decent footballer, but no, that ship has sailed, man. He's not even a DM, is he? Not a DM. We need a DM. Oh, it all depends on what sort of DM everyone wants. You can get different kinds of defensive midfielders, can't you? You can get deep line playmaking midfielders that play in a DM role, or you just want that destroyer in DM. That destroyer. If you want that destroyer, I'd go and get Sangare from PSV. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea, and not a lot of people like him. But if you want a destroyer, he's like 6'3". He's built like a tank. He's a big guy. If you want someone like that, a destroyer who can read the game, is good defensively, go and get Sangare. But I think he's off to PSG. So the talent pool is getting smaller and smaller and smaller as the days go by. Because I think Paul Joyce yesterday said something about Liverpool now looking at Tyler Adams. Then an hour later, Bournemouth have asked Leeds to accept their payment for release clause on Tyler Adams. So it looks like he's going to Bournemouth. So that literally out the window. Lavia's out the window. Caicedo's out the window. Sangare, another player we've been looking at for the last 48 hours. He's apparently going to PSG. So that's out the window. You know, who's left? Who's left? Now you got news about Kone. So Kone's come back out. So Kone's injury, apparently, I think, Fabrizio Romano, who I hate, by the way, is a knob. But he tweeted out, I think, today that he's back in training soon, this week or something like that. If he's back in training now and he's fit and healthy, just go and buy Kone. Just go and buy Kone and Thuram. Get both of them. Get both these people in, man. You know, Liverpool got to do something. They've got to do something. If they want to go down that young, athletic, what they're trying to look at, young and athletic footballers, go for Kone and Thuram. Can't get more young and athletic than them two. Go and get them two. You know, go and get them two in. That's what you're looking at. You can afford it. We know you can afford it because you're trying to spend 111 million on Caicedo, so we know you can afford it. Go and get Thuram and just go and get Thuram and Kone. Get them both in. Because for me, we need two midfielders. Saw our bench, yeah. We need two midfielders, yeah. I like Harvey Elliott. I actually think Harvey Elliott was the best substitution against Chelsea, by the way. I know that's going to be really unfashionable and you can't say that, but he was our best substitution, yeah. Go and Curtis Jones is decent as well. I don't mind them two players. But you get a Kone and a Thuram in as well. It just beefs up that midfield a little bit. It looks a bit more pleasing, you know? It looks a bit more pleasing. Just go and do it, man. Just go and get it done. Who does class off stuff? Yeah, I like Mateus Nunes, but I don't think he's a number 6, is he? Big up Frank in the house. We're being led down a blind alley about what's happening next with who's coming in. Man, I don't know. It's mad, ain't it? I think Liverpool pulled something out of the hat, but it's just going to be annoying. Jamie, you know what's mad? West Ham is getting their deal done quick and we are moving like yeah, and do you know what else is mad? Brighton already replaced Caicedo. It's just there's players out there. Look, we need to talk about this as well. We need everyone leave Jerry and his rap alone, man. You know, what we have to talk about as well. So Paul Joyce tweeted yesterday out of nowhere. I don't know if Paul Joyce got hacked or something like that because he started tweeting like out of nowhere yesterday. Like things come out about Paul Joyce out of nowhere yesterday, right? I don't know if he got hacked or not. But he said that Liverpool last summer got offered Enzo Fernandez for £15 million and we turned it down. Who turned it down? This is what I need to know now. If this is true, right, and Liverpool turned down Enzo Fernandez for 15 million, please don't let this be true. I want to know who turned it down. Because we loaned Arthur Melo for 7 million. So it wasn't a money issue. So there's nothing about money. Because I think the loan deal in all was around 5 to 7 million for Arthur Melo. And then we could have bought, but we turned down Enzo Fernandez, who was offered to us for £15 million. But we said no to that, but went and loaned Arthur Melo for 5 to 7 million. I need to know who said no. I need to know who said no. Who would say no? The culprit needs to be found in that football club. The culprit needs to be found. It really does. Jamie, you seen the video Caicedo saying he's a Man United fan, even though his state's always been Chelsea. Yeah, I think there was a video of him saying he likes Chelsea, Man United, and Arsenal. They're his three clubs. The man will be off to Real Madrid in 2 years, so don't worry about it. Elliot's boss. Yeah, I thought Elliot's been all right. I thought he was doing all right. Polina. Yeah, Liverpool apparently looking at him from Fulham, but they go ask for a lot of money, man. Or Liverpool have to pay it. Polina is 80 million, and he's quite a basic footballer. He's a good destroyer, a good if that's what you want, a destroyer in your number 6. But he's quite a basic footballer after that. Great defensive midfielder, great at his job, sweeping up, breaking up play, reading the game from a defensive point of view. Fantastic. If that's all we want, go and buy that. Because do we need a footballing defensive midfielder? If Jerry's in the show still, let me know, Jerry. Do we need a defensive midfielder that is a footballer, a footballing defensive midfielder like a Rodri or something like that? Do we need that? Because you've got McAllister and Szoboszlai there, who are better footballers. Or do we just need, let me know in the chat, guys, do we actually need a footballing defensive midfielder? Or do we just need like a destroyer, like a Polina? And it don't matter if he can pass and all that. He can just read the game defensively. He's a great destroyer. And then you leave the rest of it to Szoboszlai, McAllister, Curtis Jones, Thiago's, Stefan Bajcetic. You leave the rest to them. Do we just need what one do we need? Because this is what I'm confused at now. Personally, after watching that Chelsea game, I think we just need a destroyer. I think we just need a defensive midfielder who's great at reading the game, is very good at reading the game defensively, destroys, tackles, and then releases the ball really easily to the better footballers. Personally, that's all we need, in my opinion. I don't really care for a defensive midfielder footballer, who can bring it out. He's got silky passes, silky touch. Just get, let me know in the chat what you guys think. Pat-Man, who are you winding up now, man? It's true. Klopp turned it down because he wanted Tchouameni. Oh my God, Jurgen! Oh, Jurgen, we're going to have talks, man. If that's true, big up Frank, it's true, and Klopp turned it down because he wanted Tchouameni. If that is true, me and Jurgen are going to have to have chats, man. I'm going to have a chat with Jurgen. Really am. I like Onana. Pat-Man, in all honesty, though, do you think Everton are going to sell us Onana? In that hour of desperate need of a defensive midfielder, we get on the phone to Everton. Do you really think? It ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. Yeah, exactly, Dave. I agree with Dave there. Just a destroyer. Yeah, I'm big up, Dave. Check Decore or Flatino Louise would be great, but like Polina, high price. I think that's what we're going to have to pay now. We're going to have to pay a high price, no matter who we go for, because everyone knows we've got money, because we told the world. We put it out there for the world to know. We went and tried to get Caicedo for 111 million. And then we went and offered that 60 million for Lavia. So the world knows we got money. That is there now. So we're going to have to overpay. And the problem going with Czech Decore, he's a Crystal Palace player. He only joined last summer, I believe. He's a very good. I like him. Now, people might not like him because he plays for Crystal Palace. Yeah, no way taking a Palace player. He's actually a really, really good player, really good footballer, good DM. He would improve what we need right now. There's no doubt about it. But the problem is we're late in the transfer window now. Really late in the transfer window. Palace to go ask for ridiculous money. It's going to be 70 or 80 million. And he's not worth 70 or 80 million. But that is what Palace to go ask for. The deal will be easy to do because going from Palace to Liverpool, you know, Doucouré would obviously take the jump at going to Liverpool. But I say that. Everyone else is turning us down. Imagine if Doucouré turned us down. That'd be it. I'd have to finish. Could you imagine if Doucouré turned us down and Palace accepted the transfer offer and then Doucouré went, nah, I'm all right. I don't want to go to Liverpool, and turned us down? That'd finish me. I'll be gone. I'll be gone. Florentino Luis as well. Look, I'm not sure on Florentino Luis. Isn't he like 22, 23 and only had, what, 1 or 2 international caps? I'm not sure on him, man. Sangare, yeah, personally, he'd probably be the one I'd go for because he's got a £32 million buyout clause, release clause. That's easy for Liverpool to do. Liverpool seem like they can only do release clauses at the moment, so he's probably the one I was going to get. But the problem is, I think he's going to PSG. I believe Arthur Meadow's still available. Jasmine, you're right. You're definitely right there. Definitely. exactly, Batman. The only other CDM target I've seen linked to Liverpool this window is Andre. Do you think he can do the job? I don't know. I've never watched the guy play. Like, I'm not going to pretend I'm watching Brazilian football every weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. So anyone who says, "Oh, I watch Andre all the time," when? Just tell me when. When in your free time have you got time to watch the Brazilian league when you're not watching your own Premier League? I don't know how good he is. Some people might have seen 1 or 2 games of him and gone on that, but I don't know how good he is. I really don't. I hear good things about him. You hear that he's a talented player and, you know, very much in that Thiago mould, apparently. So if he's only 20 odd million, look, if he's a talented boy and he's good enough and they think he's that Thiago type player, I'd buy him. I'd go and buy him to replace Thiago because it's worth a gamble because he's not that expensive. He's not that expensive, and maybe it's worth a gamble if he's only 20 odd million. And then if it don't work out, you can sell him and pretty much make your money back. So that's not, for me. It's a transfer that maybe if he's actually good enough, like a lot of people are saying, like the talk coming out about him, he's very like Thiago. And if he's only around that 20 million odd and he's like 22, 21, maybe worth a gamble. Because as I say, if it don't work out, you sell him, you make your money back, don't you? Tyler Adams is available. I think he's going to Bournemouth. What I heard, let me have a look. Because the last I heard, he's going to Bournemouth, but I'm not completely sure about it. But I swear he's going to Bournemouth. Spanish women are in the World Cup final. Big up to them. Florentino Luis is trending for some reason. Florentino Luis has started following Liverpool on Instagram. Is that how we do transfers now? That people follow people on social media? So Florentino Luis is trending on Twitter right now. Florentino Luis has started following Liverpool on Instagram. It's been very clear. He revealed days ago he only wants a Liverpool transfer. No. Are we going on social media followers now? I don't know about this geezer. I'm not sure about him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just looking at a few highlights of Florentino Luis now. Look, in the highlights, he looks a good player. But these highlights could be like all he did in the whole 90-minute game. That's the problem. I'm just looking at his highlights on Twitter right now, and he looks decent, man. He's got decent. You see him win balls back all the time. Looks like he's got a good defensive mind on him. He's very much Fabinho, ain't he? He does look like a bit like Fabinho. He's got that lanky, tall physique. he sort of sprays the balls around, passes the balls around a bit like Fabinho does, but he's just a lot quicker. A lot quicker. So he's trending online right now. I gotta be honest. Anana is a fuck on a bit sometimes. Yeah, man. For 200 million, they might consider. I ain't spending 200 million. Fine, have Calvin Phillips. You Man City guys can keep him. Yeah, I think it's 102 million quid. I mean, if you take it in euros, but if you work it out in pound, I think it's 102 million pound release clause. Problem is, Jeff, Liverpool have got it. Liverpool have got it. So, yeah, exactly like Max says, the world knows we need a deal and getting cheap. Yeah, exactly. Maybe a release clause is the way to go. Maybe a player with a release clause is the way to go, or the South American market. Because if you go to the South American market, you cut the middleman out. That's why you're able to get players cheap in South America. Look, if Alvarez at Man City, if he didn't play in South America when Man City got him, they wouldn't have got him for 14 million quid. If he already was playing in Europe, it would have cost them like 40 million for Alvarez. That's the difference. So we either look in the South American market and cut out the middleman and get someone reasonably cheap, or we go and have to get a player but with a release clause, because getting any other player right now is going to be hard for the selling club because we're so late in the transfer market. What is it like? It's the 15th of August. The transfer deadline finishes up on the 1st of September at midnight. So there's like 3 weeks left of the month. That's not a long time for the selling club to sell that player, then get the money in and go and buy a player again. So the longer Liverpool leaves it, you're going to have to look at a release clause, because a release clause, the selling club just has to sell the player what the release clause is. There's no negotiating. They can't stop the transfer happening, really. So I think that's how Liverpool go. They're going to have to either find a central defensive midfielder that's got a release clause, or South America, where it's a lot cheaper and you cut out the middleman. That's probably the way they have to go about it. Jamie, for me, I'd go Sangare, £32 million release clause. Turan for a big fee who can do both. Inacio for a centre-back release clause under 40 million. That's affordable and logical. Maybe they're the two. I mean, Sangare PSG ain't happening yet. Maybe Liverpool just go for that. But then Sangare, the thing is, though, if Sangare is going to PSG and he's already spoke to PSG, then Liverpool could kick themselves in the teeth for the third time. If Sangare's already speaking to PSG, you might as well leave him be, man. Because PSG have already spoken to him, offered him what he's going to be paid, and it's going to be more than what we pay. But I agree with you. Chelsea probably want to Corey too. Yeah, anyone like we go for, Chelsea go for, you know it. I think we should take a gamble on an unknown from somewhere who scouts have seen. Yeah, it's going to be one of them. It's going to be one of them. We're either going to get somebody who... We're going to get somebody who got a release clause, go to South American market where you cut out the middleman and get them quite cheap. No nonsense, easy to get. Or, as you say, we've got someone lined up that is an unknown. Not Szoboszlai was. Szoboszlai was never on Liverpool's radar as far as we knew, and then all of a sudden we bought him. So it could be that scenario. But they have to buy someone. They have to get someone in. Guys, we've got 315 people in the house. Big up to everyone watching this morning. I do appreciate it. Guys, go and hit that like button. We're on 116 likes. Let's try and get up to 150 likes if we can. So go and press that fun button underneath the video right now and give that thumb a smash. And hit that like button. Let's have a look at the poll. Almost 400 people have voted on the poll. What are we drinking this morning? Coffee is in front on 39% at the moment. Tea on 25, juice on 11, other on 25. Yeah, let me know in the chat what you are drinking on this fine breakfast morning. And welcome everyone to the Jamie Phillips coffee mornings. That'll go be every day, Monday till Friday. Jamie Phillips coffee mornings. What we gotta do? We gotta chat about the news that's happening at Liverpool Football Club in this moment. Now, at this moment, unfortunately, it's transfers, so it does get a bit repetitive. I understand, but I've got to bring you the news, man. I'm a Liverpool channel. Yeah, I'm not a football channel. I'm a Liverpool channel. You know, there's a lot of other football channels out there that, you know, look at other football, you know, other teams, other watch-alongs and all that. I'm just dedicated Liverpool guys. That's all you gotta get from me. So sometimes it might get a bit repetitive, some of the videos, because we're going over old ground again and stuff like that. But it's Liverpool news. This is a Liverpool channel. So unfortunately, that might be the way sometimes. But stick with me, guys. It's going to be great. What we're going to try and do on these mornings, though, as these coffee mornings work out, the more we do of them, we're going to branch out into different areas of the football club. We'll go look at the youth team occasionally, some of the youth stars that are there right now, and check out some of them. We do player watch as well on certain players in the football club, they're doing, you know, and in gossip and news and all that sort of good stuff. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're liking, and make sure you're sharing, guys. Big up, Isti Urban with the super chat, Polina or Florentino Luis. I'd probably go Florentino Luis because of his age. Look, I think Polina's a super player. He's that destroyer in that CDM role, can break play up, can destroy, but he's basic at everything else. And he's 28, 29, and they go after a lot of money. Where Florentino Luis is 22, I believe. He's in that Fabinho mould where you can coach him and get him better and better in the years to come. Even though it's a £105 million release clause, I'd probably go for Florentino Luis. I think it makes more sense. So yeah, that's who I'd go for. Batman, you all told me that Matic was basically Beckenbauer. Put him in the 6. Hell no. Hell no. He's 23. He's 23, is he? Yeah, I'd take him at 23. 23 is a good age. Yeah, that's what I keep saying, Kay. He's more like Thiago, ain't he? But if he's good, what I'm saying with this transfer of Andre, yeah, if he is good and he's as good as everyone's saying he is, and he's like that Thiago-esque kind of player, if he's only 20 odd million, buy him because he could turn out to be a superstar. And if it doesn't work, sell him and you'll probably get your money back. It's worth a gamble, maybe. Lucas Laver is training with us. Grab him. Oh, he do a job, to be fair. His equal Fernandez looks good. That's another player we've been linked with as well. Big up, Luke. That's another player we've been linked with. And what's the other player we've been linked with today? Redondo. Is it Redondo, 20-year-old? Is he South American? We've been linked with him today as well and last night. Video release from Brighton CEO of how we were brilliant in talks. Yes, because you used us to make more money, mate. Yeah, I do think Brighton did us dirty. I ain't gonna lie. I do think Brighton did us dirty. Like, Liverpool offered 111 million for Caicedo, and Brighton put a deadline of midnight on, and if they wanted the deal done, and we offered the deal, and then Brighton was like, "No, we'll keep this running for a week till Chelsea bid." I was like, "What? What?" You said no. I do feel Brighton did us dirty a bit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Mac. For me, that's a gamble worth taking. I don't know about you, Mac, because if it don't work out, you can sell it and make that back, can't you? Morning, Friday card 1. How you doing? Yeah, get them likes up, guys. Get them likes up. Is that the Redondo kid? Boom. Is that the Redondo kid I was talking about just now? I think we can buy one more foreign player. I believe we can buy one more. Polina, Kone, Inyasho, FSG, OS. Yeah, they certainly do. I think they're planning to buy him in Jan. Dondo 15 million. Yeah, that he's it's Ezekiel Fernandez, the Boca. Yeah. So these young players have been highly. Look, I'd love Liverpool to go and get one of these young South American players that have got high ceilings that everyone's touting as the next big thing before they all go to PSG or Real Madrid. That's what always happens. They go to PSG and Real Madrid, and then in 3 years' time they are tremendous. Look at Valverde. You know, and then he went to Real Madrid for hardly any money, and now he's one of the best midfielders on the planet. Can't we just do this for once, Liverpool? If they're as good as everyone's saying they are, Ezekiel Fernandez and this Redondo kid and all that, just go and pick one of them up. They don't have to be amazing straight away, but in years to come they could be quality world beaters, and we can say we actually got one of them in. Can Klopp not coach someone to play the role like I have with Stones and Rico Lewis, who's here, just a big championship leader? Well, that's a good point, to be fair. I ain't going to argue. That's him. Yeah, go and get him, man. Go and get him. Big up, Adrian Barnes. How you doing, man? Big up, Jamie. We're in the mud. Big up, Adrian. How you doing, man? Adrian, it must be early for you. Jesus Christ. Big up to you, though, man. Jamie, mate, there was an Argentinian player at Boca Juniors, Alan Varela, a 22-year-old defensive midfielder. Ain't he going to Roma, though? I think he's going to Roma, ain't he? Taking the piss out of a British, I think, Jamie, probably. We basically need another Fabinho 3 years ago. Yeah, I agree. It's just been inept. It's just been absolutely inept. I think Decore is better. Yeah, Jasmine, I like that. If Jasmine's still in the chat, she's a big Decore fan. I like Decore. I think he's I wouldn't be upset with Decore. I know some Liverpool fans will get on their idols and be like, "No, fuck Decore, more load of shit." Decore is actually a decent footballer, man. Decent player. My problem is Palitigo asks for stupid money, and maybe we just have to take that hit. Maybe we just have to take that financial hit because we need a player in. But I do like Decore. Going through the chat. Do you think the Fabinho sale will end up being a mistake if we can't get a replacement in this window, or have his legs completely gone? It's clever to cash in now on him. Look, I've been arguing with people on this, right? Personally, for me, it was the right time for Fabinho to go. I think his legs had gone in the way that Liverpool want to play. Yeah, I think if you put Fabinho in another team playing a different way, I think Fabinho will look all right. But playing the way we want to play and the way Jurgen Klopp wants to play, as you can see from Chelsea game, the way we play is not going to change. It's always going to be that real high line, really wide, centre backs far apart, pushing up the field. Yeah, that's the way we play. High risk for high reward. Because Klopp has said it many times. The best way of playing is counter pressing. That's the way he wants to play. He wants to play counter pressing. If you go and play counter pressing, you've got to be high and wide on the pitch, covering all areas. So to do that job, Fabinho can't do that no more in the number 6 position. That was coming hard for him to do. You put Fabinho in a team that don't have to play like that, probably be okay. But for the way we're playing under Jurgen Klopp, yeah, Fabinho's legs are gone. So letting Fabinho go was the right thing to do. But getting a replacement in straight away for him when he went was the biggest mistake Liverpool have ever made in the last few years, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the geezer I'm talking about. Yeah, he's getting a lot of hype as well, Kay. He's getting a lot of hype. I can't say I've watched him, but he's getting a lot of hype. Frankie de Jong. I was going to say this yesterday. I forgot to say this yesterday about Frankie de Jong. The problem is Frankie de Jong's on like £1 million a week at Barcelona, isn't he? And I believe if Frankie de Jong didn't play for Barcelona, I think Liverpool will be all right. There's a reason Frankie de Jong has not left Barcelona, guys. It's because no one trusts what's going on with Frankie de Jong and Barcelona. You know, Barcelona apparently owe de Jong a year's worth of money or something like that. No one trusts that situation, and I think that's why Frankie de Jong's not left. Because you know, in this season where everyone's buying midfielders, you know, the way Chelsea are buying midfielders, you think they haven't looked at Frankie de Jong? There's a reason people ain't going for him, in my opinion. There is a reason. Captain America Adams. I think he's going to Bournemouth. Look, I might have dreamt this, but I swear I saw some tweet last night or this morning. FSG and Liverpool are in talks to acquire a stake in PSG. What? What? FSG and Liverpool investors in talks to acquire a stake in PSG. What? No, I want it the other way round. I want it the other way round. What? No, this can't be. It's got to be bullshit. Right. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this on the screen for you lot. I'm gonna put this on the screen for you lot to read as well. This has got to be utter crap, surely. Where was it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? There we go. FSG and Liverpool investors in talk to acquire a stake in PSG. Actos Sports Partners held a minority position in FSG since 2020, have an indirect stake in Liverpool as a result. One of the partners of Liverpool owners FSG is eyeing a minority stake in French side PSG. Actos Sports Partners, who have an indirect stake in Liverpool through their minority stake in PSG in FSG, are, according to multiple reports, in talks with Qatar Sports Investments (QSI) over an investment deal in PSG, which could be concluded before the end of the year. Wow. Okay. Don't know what that means for us. And it was founded in 2019 by Ian Charles and .com, who gives a shit about all that. They acquired a small stake in FSG, understood to be around 5% back in 2020. The deal gave them indirect sporting interest in Liverpool, the Boston Red Sox, the Pittsburgh Penguins, NHL, and RFK Racing NASCAR. The Dallas-based firm has also taken on minority stakes in the Italian side at Atlanta. All right. Weird one. But I'd rather that. Personally, I'd rather that the other way round. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather that the other way round, guys. I totally would rather that the other way round. 17 days left. Sangare might be too slow. Yeah, but so was Fabinho. Fabinho was never quick. Fabinho, even in his pomp at Liverpool, when he was at his best, he was never quick. Zumendi, 60 million release clause. We should be all over it. There's plenty of people out there, guys, that Liverpool could go and get. It's just, will they get it? Lavia, we don't need to pay 50 million. It's only 9 months on the cost of 300k will be a better player. Yeah, that is a good point. You know, I see how good Stefan can be. He might have to bloody prove it now. I ain't gonna lie. Flat white to go with the flat mood. Wayne's drinking a cider, but it is later in the day for Wayne. Squeezed orange juice, a tea. I'm so behind. I've gone with a Pepsi. Work van problems. Coffee is a bit too early to crack open a can of stuff. Oh, I drink Monster all day, man. Bleach. Love that. Oh yeah, I just read that. Big up. Liverpool channel, not a football channel. What? 100%. Oh yeah. Yeah, just Liverpool Football Club, man. Just Liverpool Football Club is what we talk. Not all football sides, you know. Domestos. Mr. Muscle Mojito. Oh dear. Jamie, the links to both Andre and Andre are very strong with our Brazilian scout watching their league game 5 times, but also Moises Fernandez is also being watched. This info is from Tim Vickery. Oh, if Tim Vickery has said that, to be fair, if Tim Vickery has come out and said that, and Tim Vickery's, you know, he's big on the South American market. He knows what's going on over there in South America. I think he lives in Brazil, so he will know quite a lot about that. That's interesting. Officials from last night's Man U game have been dropped for next week. Oh my god, how much do Man United pay the refs? Yeah, we know this, man. Never going to change. Alan Vieira, Boca Juniors, 22 Argentinian defensive midfielder is well worth going for. Then Thuram and a centre back FSG. Without sake, sort it out. Klopp and the lads need help now. Look, I agree. I couldn't agree more with you guys. I really couldn't. People definitely need to sort this out. We got Fozzie, how you doing there? They hate the way we brought Macca for the cheap. They hate the way we brought Macca for the cheap, mate. Yeah, probably. We got ends in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Beijing in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well, man. Don't hate your life, man. Don't hate your life. Don't hate your life. It's only football at the end of the day. There's more things to love. There's more things to love out there, man. Things will get better. Don't you worry. Decore is very good, but it would be silly money now. Yeah, it would be, but I don't think we've got a choice. This is the issue. I'm so behind the chat. Chelsea fan loopholes. Yeah, Chelsea are great at that loophole stuff. I mean, big up to them. I mean, if you can find it, do it. Big up to Daryl in the chat as well, man. Liverpool are on the trail of Lille midfielder Carlos Balba, who is also wanted by Brighton. Oh God. Yeah. What? What that? The woman on the thingy. Yeah, I know, man. Fuck knows. That's the only thing I hate about going on the Echo. They have so many bloody adverts on their newspaper. That's my heading. Not a lot of people loving Sangare. Fair enough. No, I didn't see the Mason Mount stats. Were they bad? I'm on the vodka already. Check Decore from Crystal Palace for 70 million could be a deal we have to accept. Neil Jones. Neil Jones. Look, I wouldn't be upset with Decore. I think he's a good player. Watch the so Twitter will be mad, man. Twitter will be a hilarious place to be if we do get Decore. Not that Decore is a bad footballer, it's just going down where we were going for players to then Decore. That's the way people would see it. But Decore is a very good footballer, man. He's a very good footballer. Be Andrew in the chat. Hope you're doing well. What's that? Yeah, rest in peace, that young man who died yesterday at Bramley Moor, Everton ground. What happened? I didn't know someone passed away. Rest in peace, that worker at Bramley Moor, Everton Stadium, who died yesterday. Oh, I didn't know anyone. Who is this? You gotta let me know, guys. I didn't know anyone passed away, but condolences, man. RIP's in the chat, guys. RIP's in the chat. Yeah, RIP's in the chat, man. Jeez, I didn't know that. That's sad. What do you think about Amrabat? I like Amrabat, but I think he's got Man United written all over him now, hasn't he? I think he's basically gone now. All right. The family of a construction worker who died at Bramley Moor Dock have released a tribute with the much loved Everton fan. Jesus. So he died. He's one of the construction workers working on the new Everton ground. Oh, that's sad, man. He's only young. He's a young lad. It's not nice, man. It's not nice. That's so sad, man. That's so sad. No, that's not good. No, that's sad, man. Understand, Kone is finally back after his injury. He's running, starting to train, and he's back in the Gladbach squad in the next few days. Liverpool, PSG, and Juventus have previously explored Kone deal, one to watch in the final weeks of the window, apparently. Interesting. Let's see if there's any more Liverpool news. Looking at the state of our midfield right now, if you went back in time 4 months, would you have let James Milner go? Probably not. I wouldn't be entirely against offering Amrabat or Fiorentina, but I wouldn't have him down as my long-term solution in that regard, says Neil Jones. Liverpool are on the trail for Lille midfielder Carlos Balba, who is also wanted by Brighton, to Simon Jones. Liverpool are considering making an approach towards midfielder Matheus Nunes. Liverpool are still following Thuram and Manuel Kone, says Fabrizio Romano. Any more? No, that's it. So it's going to be interesting what Liverpool do, man. It's going to be interesting what Zubimendi showed me he's a good player. Yep, he is. It's the $1 million question, man. Do you know what's annoying? If Liverpool got 2 midfielders, a centre back and a right back, we could compete. If we don't, it's going to be a struggle. If Liverpool can't get Thuram or Nunes, got so much potential, great ability, and can drive the ball forward, I prefer Thuram. Yeah, Matheus Nunes is a good footballer. I'm just shocked we're going back in for him. Liverpool is set to acquire a new sporting director. Good, as it's believed that George Schmack will not continue his current role beyond the summer. Excellent. He should be sacked. He should be sacked. He's useless. He should be gone. Big up Liverpool 12, man. Unless we've been in contact with whomever we bring in, it'll be a drop off. I have high hopes of percentage. Temper trust in Thiago for reputation and Andre joining. Big up, man. Yeah, I agree. The rebuild time depends on how much FSG are willing to spend. Exactly. Got to get the players in, man. If we've got 2 midfielders, a centre back and a right back in this summer, we could compete. There's no doubt about that. But if we don't get them in, it's going to be a struggle. It's as simple as that. But guys, listen, I'm going to leave it there. It's been an hour and a half this morning. Thank you very much for joining me, guys, as always. Look, if there's any breaking news, I'll be back later today. If there's no breaking news, I'll be back again tomorrow morning for another coffee morning, guys. So thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you join me again tomorrow morning for another coffee morning show, guys. We'll chat more stuff, Liverpool, and maybe go into a bit of player watch tomorrow. Look at Thiago and what he's going to do for this season. That's probably what we're going to look into tomorrow. Thanks very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.